Yo, what's going on, people? We're back again with another freaking video, and this one right here is my 600-pound life, season 10, episode 13, Larry's journey. Well, let's get started. Let's not waste any more time because it's about to be a long one. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin though, let's make sure we give a shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel. Now let's get it.
First thing that comes to my mind when I open my eyes up is I say, God, I thank you for another day, because it is a struggle being overweight. And when you get to be super morbidly obese, it's really a struggle. When I go to bed, I toss and turn and roll from side to side all night long because I fear that I'm not going to wake up. I have asthma, sleep apnea, thyroid problems, and I take medication for depression because even food isn't enough to completely comfort me anymore. It brings tears to my eyes just to think that each day could really be my last. I'm trying to maintain my composure, but it's very frightening. Good morning, Larry.
I said it last week with Dolly. Shall I say it again? Why do they all start with the same shit? I mean, TLC, Discovery Plus must tell them, hey, this is exactly the first opening line that we gotta make you to say to get people hooked on the show instantly. Because the most frustrating thing about what they say, it's like, so basically, you know your rock bottom, or you know what should be your rock bottom, or you know the reason why you should do better, but you haven't done better because
I live by myself. I have a caretaker named Mr. Lawrence. He comes 7 days a week to help me wash and feed myself every day. Do you need any help? Not yet. Okay. My right leg is a mass of hardened lymphedema tissue, which makes it significantly larger than my left, and it's very painful. The most difficult part of my day is getting up off the floor. Then once I'm up, my lymphedema pulls me down. Walking is very, very difficult, and it hurts bad. It's a challenge and a struggle to take a shower, all on my own. But somehow I manage to take one every day, even though I'm in constant pain. The best, kindest, politest way that I can say it, I'm very flexible, and I do what I have to do to get all the way into the tub and clean myself. Because I'm a germaphobe, I make sure that I'm thoroughly clean. I have to use bleach on my body because it's the only way I can feel truly clean. I don't overdo it where I put burn marks on myself, but I do use bleach. It's a challenge of making sure that I'm totally clean. I can only stand up for maybe 4 minutes because my right leg hurts a lot, and it's a lot of weight. My knees, my thighs, and my back hurts the most. Sharp pain, like fire almost, running up and down with my knee. I'm not able to walk far.
okay, so you can be a germaphobe regardless of your size, you know what I mean, regardless of your appearance, but knowing everything, all the bacteria that builds up within his creases and everything, you would think that he would put more. I just don't see it though. Like, if I was a germaphobe to the extent that he's using bleach to clean himself, losing weight would have been one of the first things I would have been thinking about straight away. In fact, not gaining the weight would have been the first thing, because at the end of the day, he's now experiencing, or at least should have known, what he definitely knows now, and that is that if you get bigger and bigger and become morbidly obese, well, the fact is though, your body's gonna create bacteria where it's all creased up and overlapping each other, and then you get that little, you know what I'm saying? But it's okay though, because bleach to the rescue. I'm still trying to process that he said that he's flexible. Yeah, I'm still trying to process that one, to be honest with you. But anyway, let's proceed.
I think I use the food sometimes instead of medicine. The relationship that I have with food, I know that it's not normal. I eat to comfort myself. When I'm cooking, it's the only time I'm happy, besides when I'm eating. So it's a time that I like to sing, and I sing gospel, because the rest of the time, when I'm not eating, most of my thoughts are morbidly depressing. Oh yes, gotta start your morning off with breakfast. At least when I cook, I can show the Lord I feel gratitude. Because I don't just crave my favorite meals, I love them. Woohoo, I got my cheese! Eggs. English muffins, yes. I need what food does for me. It takes a pain and fear of what's gonna happen to me away. And it's always been able to do that for me.
Someone get a shotgun and just blow my head off, man. Just blow my freaking head off. I'm sick and tired of hearing this phrase. This whole phrase about food has always been there for me. But in what capacity? Explain to me, please, in what capacity has food always been there for you? Because as far as I'm concerned, the only capacity that I see that food has been there for you, really and truly, is the capacity of making you morbidly obese. Obese. Because you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Food has only been there for you to help you literally have a slower death. I mean, listen, the fact that he's 45 years of age, that is just a miracle of itself alone. But then again, I don't know how long he's been at this size. Maybe he got bigger, later on in life. Maybe he hasn't always been big. I don't know, but I'm sure they're going to explain that at some point anyway. But come on now, man. You know what? You just...
Mary make this morning. I make the normal, 7. When I was a child, growing up, I had 3 sisters, but I was the quote-unquote spoiled one. My mother would always feed me whatever I wanted to eat. Sweet potato pie. And I enjoyed it. Eating all this food, it made me feel like I was the center of attention. And that made me feel special. I always felt like I needed one more taste of that, whatever it was. But as I got heavier, my happy childhood ended the day I started school, because I quickly discovered I wasn't normal. I had dyslexia, and no matter what the teachers tried, I never learned to read. So as the years went by, not being able to read created anxiety. And food made me feel better. And by the time I was 10, I was 200 pounds. Come on, bacon, get a little browner. Come on, bacon, get a little browner. As I grew bigger, Aunt Gertha, who was like a second mother to me, talked to me about my weight. And I would brush it off and say, I'm fine. I'm happy. But I know I wasn't happy. At school, I was used to being ridiculed about my reading issues. But as I got heavier, the bullies had more fun ridiculing me about being obese. It hurt me very bad. My faith is what saved me, because it was through my faith that I found singing. The first time I sang in public, it was in my church group at a Sunday service. Dear Lord, I thank you for the food that I prepared. I ask you to nourish my body with it and bless the ones that don't have anything to eat. In Jesus' name, amen. One lady who heard me asked if I would like...
Stop. Did man just say in Jesus? Oh, okay. Okay.
to sing at the Black Expo in front of an audience of hundreds of people. And after the Black Expo, I was invited to sing at the Cotton Club in Harlem. A very successful producer saw it. And then after that, he invited me to collaborate on a song for his new album. And then some people in high school started to see me differently.
Well, everyone loved Larry's voice, so I don't really think they looked at how he looked. I think they just looked at how he sung it, because his voice was like something I never heard before. It would make you want to stand up if you couldn't stand, clap your hands if you couldn't clap, because there was something about him and how he praised God.
I felt relieved to finally experience acceptance with my peers at school. My life outside of home finally started to improve. And then the Lord had another surprise in line for me. Around the time that I was 15, my sister Mary Helen had its child. That made me feel special. Little Larry was a ray of sunshine, but only a few years after he was born. Mary Helen, she was doing some type of drug. She put her hand in a pillow over his mouth just to shut him up, because he was crying a lot, and she accidentally suffocated little Larry while she was high. All I can remember is the casket being so small at the funeral. That night that my nerves really bad. Of all the pain in my life, the death of little Larry destroys me the most. I was young, so all I could do is ask myself is why? Why? I still think about him every day. So instead of focusing on her, I focused on singing. So I hid behind the music. And that worked for a while because I had talent. People still wanted to be around me for that. And for a time, I became a minor celebrity, which was the best time in my life. Because that was my dream, to become a gospel recording artist. Singing wasn't enough to get my mind off of what happened to little Larry. While I was on the stage bringing the gospel to thousands of people, inside I was enraged and overwhelmed with sadness. And as fast as it happened, my music career faded. So I was left with food being the only thing I had to distract me from what happened with little Larry. In my 20s, I can't even count. I just kept eating. I must have been 500 pounds. I couldn't even make it out of the house anymore. I got bigger and bigger, and I lived in one room in my house.
Wait, what? In his 20s, he was in his 500 pounds in his 20s. He's 45 now. How is he still here? Wow, man, this is a very interesting story. I mean, first and foremost, RIP to little Larry, you know what I mean? In case it's damn shame what happened to little man, you know what I mean? And you know, when you lose someone, that definitely can be something that can easily trigger people to go down a path that isn't necessarily the best of paths for them, you know what I mean? Obviously for him, it was music, which is a good one, but at the same time, when music wasn't enough, he went to the food, and that's when it went. Man, but
live like that. After that, I avoided being in public and stayed home as much as I could. And then my sister, who I was very close to, Catherine Marie Myers, died. She had complications due to a blood clot in her leg, and she died unexpectedly that day. It hurt me to my heart when she left us. And the one who was impacted more than anyone was Mom. Mom died 8 months later. She grieved so hard over the passing of my nephew and her own daughter that her heart literally broke. When my mother died, it was very hard on me. That was the first time I seen my father fall and fall crying. He was paralyzed by grief, and being the only other man in the family, I had to pull myself together and help, because it fell on my shoulders to make the arrangement. And that was all really hard on me, mentally and emotionally, not to mention physically challenging, because I was 600 pounds. When I saw my mom in the casket, because I was in such a state of shock. After the service, I fell down the steps of the church. Then the fire department came to assist me. That's when I was able to admit to myself that I had a serious problem. But I still kept eating after that. Eggs, you were good to me this morning. After my mom died, I started snacking more at night and just crying more at night. I was in a wheelchair, couldn't even walk from here to there. And before I knew it, I was 940 pounds. I was too big to take care of myself, and I had to hire a
Wallahi. Man said what? He was what?
I was in a wheelchair, couldn't even walk from here to there. And before I knew it, I was 940.
Okay. Wow, this guy legit is the real life Jabba the Hutt. What the fuck? What? Ah, you gotta be all the way messed up now. What? How is he still breathing? Shit. Larry's on a different wavelength though. Larry's on a different wavelength. Oi. Oh wow, I'm speechless. But you know what I'm gonna say though? Okay, he suffered a lot of loss in his life. But understand this, the people he lost in his life, we haven't seen what they look like, we don't know what kind of character they was, but I can only imagine that they would have liked him and everyone else that they loved to carry on living their life the best way possible. Instead of living his life the best way possible, he's taken all of that energy, okay, of loss of life and put it in a place where he's now used it to hurt himself. Those people that passed away wouldn't want him to pass away at a young age, and they neither. They would want him to live as long as he needs to. Because the matter of fact is, if he passes away anytime soon, and then they would meet in the afterlife, you know, give or take that that's real or whatever, they'll be looking at him thinking, wait, you disappointed us because you didn't do better with yourself, okay? You used us as an excuse to continue doing what you're doing. You didn't use us as a way to lift yourself up. Of course, at the beginning, you know, things are going to be quite sad and quite down because, you know, you've just lost us. But how many years have we been gone now? And you're still using us as the same reason of why you can't do better. That ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, man. Don't disrespect the people that you lose, man. When you lose someone, respect them by living your best life, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they could ever want for you. Nothing else but that. But anyway, let's get into this utter freaking madness. 940. Ay.
I was too big to take care of myself, and I had to hire a home attendant to help me with the most basic things. I was barely hanging on, and then one day my attendant came and found me in a coma. He called the ER and they admitted me to the hospital. And then after I was stabilized, they transferred me into a rehab nursing home, and there I stayed for 2.5 years. I did not like the nursing home. And Gert found a hospital in Harlem that would work with me for me to lose 100 pounds. I can get a gastric sleeve operation and start taking care of myself. I did it in 3 months. I was persistent. I had a gastric sleeve operation. Then I lost another 300 pounds and was able to leave the nursing home. As soon as I came down to 400 pounds, I was ready to go back to church and sing the gospel again. Can I hold your hand, Miss Lawrence, a second? I don't know why I hurt you. Thank you. And then my sister Tanya died of walking pneumonia. She was gone in 5 minutes. It hit hard, even to this day. It's so much loss. And then I got depressed again all of a sudden. And I would begin to snack here, snack there. And next thing I know, I stretched my stomach back out. I ate my stitches away, which put me right back where I was being housebound. Today I live in this walk-up on my own. The weight of my body is too heavy for my knees and my legs. I can't, I'm sorry. My leg is killing me, and the pain is unbearable. Mr. Lawrence has to drive me to the grocery store twice a week, which is the most difficult thing. I can't walk around the store the way that normal people can. Because of my knees, I get so tired. Mr. Lawrence? Yes, come down, come down. Okay. I can't. I'm sorry. I feel very dizzy. When I'm moving around, I need to drink a lot of juice. Otherwise, I get dizzy. And I'm so worried about fainting and creating a scene with the paramedics. Thank you. Food is like a drug. When I'm exhausted, I need to eat. Okay, too? Oh, yes! The ice cream, yes! Let's get some ice cream. Let's get some cookies and cream. How many you want? 3 would be good. On a good day, I think I eat about 3,000 calories. Thank you. I'm gonna enjoy. I tried to diet, but there is a void. I miss my mother, I miss my sisters, so only thing I have is my food. And so, constantly eating in portion control are the hardest parts for me. When I eat, it's hard for me to stop. Even when I'm full, I can always have more. Every single bite to the last of it. Buttermilk biscuits, I enjoy it. I'm trapped in this body, and I just want to be free.
When I eat, I'm just free. I'm trapped in this body. How do you put that in the same sentence? Can somebody explain to me? How do you put, when I eat, I feel free, all that kind of mumbo jumbo, but then also put, but I'm trapped in my body in the same sentence? I don't know if that's a positive or negative sentence. Jesus Christ.
So, Larry, you ready to get dressed? Yes, that's a pack. For Texas, I gotta pack enough for a couple of days on my way to Houston. Well, today is the day. I'm gonna be heading to Texas in the car. We gotta stop and get something to eat on the way at your house.
Oh, wife is not there, so.
Oh, never mind then. The internet says it's gonna be 26 hours. So that's about 3 days if I'm going 8 or 9 hours a day. If I can do that. I don't know if I'll be able to. It's gonna be hard on me. My legs get swollen. I worry about blood clots, because those can be life-threatening in situations like this. I know, because that's how my sister died. From deep vein thrombosis. And I'll take the clothes.
Okay, sir. You want all of these, right?
Yes, those are all new. And you can turn some of these over on the right side, please.
Do you think this fit me?
No, that don't fit you. I'll take this.
Let's see what I can do.
I'm gonna put my foot on it. Who is it? Forrest, come in. What? Hey, man, I'm here. You see, man? You see, brother? What's going on with you? You coming to Houston?
Oh, yeah.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you, man. Absolutely. We're gonna get an earlier start out.
Can get early than right now.
I know that's right.
It's too late for that.
I know that's right. Luckily, I got someone to guide me. My good friend Tavares. He helps me out a lot. We both see the way struggle in life. Before we get on the road, though, I need to get me something to eat.
All right, Larry. I want you to beat me up on this trip.
No, I gotta get something to eat from somewhere. This 25-hour trip.
You want salad?
Sure, got some monster cheese you can put on it. Oh, yes, please. Put them in that black bag for me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That should be enough for an hour.
The man he lives with, oh, Jesus Christ. The enabling is real. He gives him exactly what he wants. Oh, fuck.
I'll meet you right in front. Can't believe it took this to get you here. My Dr. Dow's appointment is 5 days from now. But what's good is when I get down there, I got an uncle and a cousin that I can stay with.
Is this the call?
Yeah, all right. So that's a blessing. But I gotta get down there first. It's gonna be hard on me because moving my body around is so difficult. And I don't really go to the bathroom in this situation because I refuse to use public bathrooms. It's too gross. So I have to hold it and go at the end of each day. I didn't bring my diuretic medicine. I wouldn't have to go more than once a day. The upside to that is you make it farther without stopping. But the downside is discomfort. And that it can lead to more swelling in my legs. Seeing Dr. Now could save my life. But the trip to Houston could kill me. It's a nice car. Yeah?
So you'll take care.
All right, you too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's that curve. It's no joke. Tavares. What's up, brother? I'm getting hungry.
All right,
Can you stop at the next place?
yeah, I guess so, man. I guess so.
What do you mean you guess I'm hungry?
All right, brother, calm down. I'll feed you.
I'm a diabetic. I gotta eat. Hello. Large. Everything large. 2 chickens, 2 double cheeseburgers, and a triple cheeseburger. With lots and lots and lots and lots of ketchup. And a 10-piece nugget. I'm hungry. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know why you didn't order you anything. This is do or die for me. I have no choice, I figure. I have to do it if I want to live. This is for saving my life. And this is for my new future that I'm trying to get. Because right now I don't have a future. So I'm trying to write a new one for myself.
because he's saying all of these things whilst eat. You all heard his order. You all heard it. You all read it down below. You know what I'm saying? And this guy's talking.
Get up out of here. All right, thank you so much. No problem. I'm going to see if they got a wheelchair for you, all right?
Yes, sir. We left Albany about 2:45, and I believe now it's 12 midnight. I had not been in the car that long time, in over 2 years. But I'm very afraid. How am I going to make it to Houston? Because my leg is getting bigger and harder, and I'm in excruciating pain. I have nothing for pain. I don't take pain medicine. So I'm just going to try to put some icy hot on it and say a prayer and go to sleep. Because I'm exhausted.
Your keys are right here.
All right, thank you. I'll see you in the morning.
Or anything else?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Got a long ways to go tomorrow, man, so get some rest.
Yes, sir.
All right.
A lot of emotions going through my mind, hoping and praying that Dr. Now can help me. Because I can't take it living like this. It's too much.
The way this brother is sitting here talking about, I'm hoping and praying that Dr. Now can help me. Let me tell you something, buddy. You should be hoping and praying that you can help yourself. Dr. Now is going to tell you exactly what you need to do, but at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to put out the results. He's not going to help you unless you're looking to help yourself. This is the thing that a lot of these people on this show don't understand. Dr. Now or any doctor can only help you only if you're ready to help yourself. Their job is to give you instructions of what you should be doing to do better. So therefore you can be improved. You can be approved for surgery, which I guess would be another one for this guy. But to get that done, you need to want it. So hope and pray for yourself. Jesus Christ.
Like this.
That boy's road trip. One last road. They should have took us down in one of these, man.
What?
One of these old
Today is the last day of this long road trip. This ride's a journey, and I'm determined to get to Houston. My face is buried in the seat. I'm laying on a swollen leg, sideways, halfway on, halfway off, because I can't fit on those. I have to lay on my side because of the lymphedema in this leg, so it's a mess. Ow, ow. I'm so hungry.
Suck it up, buttercup.
Ow. Ow.
You hurt?
It feels like it could be a DVT in my leg. I know what it feels. I know what it feels like. It's like a jumping pain where it feels like fire almost. Something's wrong and it needs to be addressed. My sister died from a blood clot. I don't want to die from one. Ow. Ow. Jesus. My pain right now is at like a 9.5. Ow. Oh God. This is hurting so bad. Maybe I should just try to roll over a little bit more. Ow. Okay. Oh my God. Uh-oh.
You hurt?
1 second.
Push.
Lord, please don't let me fall on this floor. This is excruciating pain. I mean, I knew it was going to be a hectic ride, but I didn't know that it was going to be like this. This is war. This is the last hope.
I'm expecting Larry to arrive at the hospital pretty soon. He called me and told me he's having a problem because he's been on the road for 5 days. Issues with the pain from the trip, particularly in his leg, and that is very concerning. So my concern in these situations are blood clots. That can be devastating for him. So I advised Larry to come to the hospital directly so we can check him and make sure there's nothing acute going on with him. That could be life-threatening right now.
Hello.
Hey Larry, how you doing?
All right, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How you feeling?
Not too good, doctor.
Where are you hurting?
In the upper part of my leg, the back and the front. Not just from the long distance ride. It feels more like when I had a DVT in the past. It's just like a popping, and it's tremendously burning.
Okay, are you short of breath at all?
No, sir.
Okay, and we're gonna get you inside fast and check you out and see what's going on, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This trip is very dangerous for Larry because at Larry's size and with his overall lack of activity, the blood clot can easily form in the leg. And if it dislodges from sudden activity, it can travel in the bloodstream from his leg into the heart and lung and causing pulmonary embolism that can be devastating and can be fatal in some cases. So we're going to take him in and do some tests so we can determine if there is anything we need to address immediately. If there is, and we don't act fast, his life is going to be in jeopardy.
That's better, thank you.
That's not it. Which leg is bothering you?
This leg.
The one?
Yes, sir. I could take my pants off if I have a sheet. It hurts so bad.
So how old are you?
I'm 45.
So do you live at home?
I live at home. I have a home health aide that comes and is an enabler. Because certain things I could do for myself, I'm being honest with you, certain things I could do for myself, you know, I call on him to do it for me. And I'm tired, doctor. And I don't want to live like that. That's not the normal way to live.
How do you get the food? They bring you food?
They brings me food, I'll go in, and that's not normal to just eat like that. Sometimes I eat and I'm not even hungry.
So you don't work?
No, sir.
You're on disability?
Yes, sir. I used to sing professionally in London and Denmark.
And you're not able to walk?
I can walk some. It's just right now my leg hurts.
And this is something new?
As far as the pain in my leg?
Yeah.
Yes, you're going to have some pain in life. But this pain that I have is much different, and it hurts.
Where do you feel the pain?
In the upper part of my leg. It feels
in
like...
this area?
A little bit more over to the side where it's hard at.
Right here?
Yes, sir.
But you got a big lymphedema mass in here.
Yes,
That's all
and I had that removed to it back
Well, of course that will grow back. So how long ago did you have that removed?
about 6 years ago.
You had any other operation?
Yes.
What did you have?
I had a sleeve, I had a hernia operation, and just normal like tonsils and stuff like that.
When was this sleep test?
Like close to 15, 16 years ago.
And how much you weighed then?
What did I go down to? Or how much?
No, how much you weighed before surgery?
Like close to 6 and some change.
600? What was the lowest weight you got to?
302.
And how much you weigh now?
I don't know.
You have no idea?
No.
Okay. And you have the filter put in?
2 green filters, because my sister died from a blood clot. And my daddy was just in the hospital 2 weeks ago with a DVT, so they run in my family.
Okay, so you had two filters put
2
in?
filters, yes, 1 in each hip.
How long ago was that?
That was about 10 years ago after Kathy died.
Okay. And the surgery that they did was laparoscopically?
Yes, laparoscopic.
Okay. You don't have any stomach pain or anything?
No, sir.
What was your highest weight before the surgery?
I used to weigh 940 pounds. And I'm scared, doctor. I don't want to go back up to that.
When was that?
That was close to 20 years ago.
So that was before you had your weight loss
Yes.
surgery?
I couldn't walk. I was bed down.
So what happened? You had weight loss surgery, you're supposed to lose weight, but you
I did, but I have a problem
What
with
is
food.
it? So what kind of problem you have with food?
Sometimes I just eat and I'm not hungry, and it's over me. And they never took care of why I eat. Sometimes I eat and I'm not even hungry.
Okay.
And I know you might say that doesn't make sense, but when you suffer with deep depression the way that I do, I just turn to food.
You're not the first person to do that. Any other issues you have right now?
I'm not urinating. The whole Albany is very far from Houston, and I'm not urinating. I explained I didn't get out the car because I don't like public bathrooms. I'm germophobic. I realized that I wasn't urinating.
All right, we'll check everything and see what's going on with your leg, okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay.
That was a lot. That was a lot. Wow. I mean, listen, first and foremost, he said that the guy who aids for him is an enabler. Well, I mean, obviously the guy is there to aid him, right? I guess he's not there to consult him. I guess he's not there to reject his orders. I don't know what his role is supposed to be honest with you. But the fact is, though, he said he's a neighbor, but then he also admitted that obviously he's the one that's always asking to do this, and that. So he's taking accountability, which is always a good thing because it's a sign to, you know, it's that good sign to say, okay, I'm going to do better X, Y, Z. So I give him that for being accountable. But at the same time, though, when you watch these shows, there's always that moment where they give you this accountability moment when they first meet Dr. Now. But then after they meet Dr. Now, that accountability they give themselves goes straight out of the freaking window. At the end of the day, he's done it before, so really and truly, he should be able to do it again. But he's not the same person he was when he first did it. He's a different person now. You know what I mean? And it's the question is he hungry for it as much as he was before? Because obviously, you know, when it comes to his family, you know, they seem to just all be just going, you know? It's a difficult one. You know, when you're taking account everything he's been through with just a loss of life around him. But at the same time, though, we know that we are born, and sadly to say it, but we are born to die. That is just the grand scheme of things. Our responsibility for the time, from the time that we're born to the time that we die, is to live our life to our best capacity possible. It is not, we're not supposed to actually try and fast forward our our expiry date. Our expiry date is whenever it's meant to be. And the fact is, though, he's in control of that. And he can't keep using his family as a reason or an excuse for anything. Because the fact is, he's an individual person. He's a person of his self. Only he's in control of his actions. Only he's in control of looking after himself. Even if his family was still here, they wouldn't be in control of controlling his health. They wouldn't be in control of controlling his life, you know, to a certain degree, you know, because I know some families can be like that. But the matter of the fact is, the point I'm trying to make is like, we are born alone, we expire alone. That's just the grand scheme of things. So I personally can't agree or have like a certain level of sympathy for this guy due to what he's been through, because we are supposed to pick ourselves up. Life isn't about giving up. Life isn't about keep going down a dark path. Life is about going through dark shit, but overcoming them, because the dark shit that we go through is what makes us stronger. It's what builds us for tomorrow. It's what makes us evolve. But the world that we live in now, so many people have forgotten that. So many people believe that being depressed is that once you're depressed, that's it. My life is my life. I'm in a dark place. That's it. That's me good. And they believe that if they try to get out the dark place or the depression, things are meant to turn around like this. Impatience. Nothing turns around like this. Anything good for you always takes time. It's like they say, the best medicine is the one that tastes of the worst. You know what I'm saying? Turning your life around takes time. It takes consistency. If you can be consistent with being negative to yourself, why can't you be consistent with being positive with yourself? If you make going in a dark place, meaning depression, more consistent than trying to be positive, no wonder why you're losing in life mentally. So the fact is, this guy, he needs to stop this whole thing about, and also he's always talking about praying all the time. Well, clearly praying ain't working for you neither. Jesus Christ. Whatever, man. Let's get into this. Rant over.
We done some tests on him. Unfortunately, everything is normal. I think Larry has been in the car for 5 days and he's worn out and his leg got sore and got some swelling. We can give him some medication and let him rest and then send him home. Okay, Larry, how you feel?
Great.
I got good news for you. All your lab look perfect.
Excellent.
So all you need is rest. Part of your lab report is back, and what kind is not elevated,
That's
which is good. So you don't have any cellulitis. You're gonna be fine. You know, traveling 5 days and 10 hours every day in a car is gonna cause you a lot of pain and discomfort.
Right.
You know, with your size of leg. So this is a situation when you travel. The planning for that is start on a blood thinner before you travel.
Oh, I didn't do that.
So that is something that you should done if you're gonna travel in the car or even with the plane too.
Really?
Yeah, because you put your leg down,
Right.
blood stagger down, and that will have
Makes
tendency
sense.
to full blood. So blood thinner before any kind of travel is very important part of your well-being that you should be aware of that, okay?
I understand that.
So what actually are you coming to Houston for?
I am terrified of dying, of being buried in I'm Pentecostal, and in my religion, my dad is a pastor, and in my religion, we don't believe in cremation. And when I was even bigger than this, I did my research online on what they bury a person in of my size, and it looked like a piano box. And I am terrified of putting on more weight and eating, and I met my AIDS doctor, and I don't, in my house in New York, I'm willing to do that, start all over again, and even struggle to lose weight, because I'm very uncomfortable like this.
Well, I understand that, but you know, the weight loss surgery is not...
It's not a quick fix, I know that.
And you already had your weight loss surgery, and you still are overeating. So those are issues that surgery is not going to change.
Right.
So you think that changing environment is going to help you?
No, not so much. Well, that and changing environment, and from looking at your track record of how you help people physically and mentally, I just know that me personally, I am completely desperate for help.
Well, if you are so terrified of dying, then you should be terrified of overeating.
Makes sense.
And I'm kind of puzzled. So it seems like you know what you're doing, and you're doing it, and you're convincing yourself that you cannot stop doing that.
And that doesn't sound rational, but it's the truth.
But at this point, what is new today, and what you're willing to do?
I'm willing to do anything that I have to do to
Well,
train.
you know what you have to do is eat less and don't overeat. So are you willing to make the changes?
Yes, I am.
So why haven't you done that so far?
I don't have an honest answer, and I believe in being straightforward and honest with people. I don't know why I haven't done the change, and I know that I should.
You're defeating the purpose of the operation, so the operation is working, and you're just eating more often.
Right.
So that's total up to you, and this is something that you're going to have to decide to change.
But
So,
I don't know how to do that, and I'm trying.
all right.
I'm 45. I've used food, but I've never smoked, never drank, never did any type of drugs a day in my life.
Good. We got your weight, and you're 648. So if you want to do my program, then you can come back in a month. And I want you to lose 50 pounds by then. Do you think you can do that?
Yes.
All right, we get you going home.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you, Doctor.
All right. We'll see if Larry is serious this time about his weight loss. But the fact that he has already failed weight loss surgery is a big concern. He is clearly going to need a lot of psychotherapy to be successful in the long term. But he needs this treatment program and get a second chance. Hopefully he is serious and he does that.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, Mama.
Son, it may not look like it's the best meal, however, it's healthy.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I'm still down in Houston. I've been staying at my uncle and cousin's house for the past month. It took me a while to recover from the trip down here. And the pain didn't fully stop until about 2 weeks ago. So I'm not looking forward to doing that trip again. Tavares went back home, so my cousin's been helping me and looking after me.
I'm finished.
Okay. And I've been working hard since I've saved up to now to lose 50 pounds like he said.
So I have to start thinking about how am I going to move.
So what's the plan? You had any places in mind?
But I was kind of wondering, would you happen to have room for me here?
How's this gonna go?
Well, especially now that I've seen your beautiful apartment.
Yeah, so I have my two little ones. You know,
That's
I
right.
have my two little girls, and it's a 2-bedroom. And I can help you find a place
Okay.
because they do have some vacancies over here. If you want to still be close by, if you're looking for your support, and I can always be there to help you.
I appreciate
Anything
that.
that you're doing positive.
Thank you.
I'm 110% behind you.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm disappointed that they won't let me stay with them. I know I can be a burden, but this is to save my life, and I wish they could have seen that. But I need Dr. Now's help, and I know I can't keep doing that trip. So I guess that means I have to find somewhere else to live down here for myself.
I'm terrified.
Of what? What you gonna?
Scale.
But you get a chance that you can do something about it. You don't have to stay that size, right?
Right.
Only thing you can do is just keep moving. Make your next meal your best meal. Make it better. Nobody's expecting to go overnight. In order for you to change, you gotta want to change, and it starts here, baby. Today I'm back to see Dr. Now. I'm hoping I made the progress that I'm supposed to make in order to.
Let's go.
All right, you got it. Let's go. Come on. All right, look at that. Take your life back. It's a start. My plan is to get approved, and once I know I'm getting surgery, then I can find a place to live down there, and I don't have to do that drive anymore.
Larry?
So I was 648 pounds, and I needed to lose 50 pounds. So that means today I should be at 598, and I'm really hoping that I did that.
Lady 639.
That's really upsetting to see. Very upsetting. I was expecting a lot better than that. So I guess I can forget about any type of surgery approval today. I wanted to do my typical cliche type shit where I'm like, well, guys, you know what? Even though it seems as if he's following the plan and things are going well, I still don't believe it until I see it, because this is a part of the episode where they always make us believe that this person has been doing better, but then it turns out they haven't been doing as good as they were supposed to be doing. I really wanted to say that, but I said to myself, you know what? Let me let it play. Let me let it run. And then, whoa, you saw what happened. But hey, now it's time for Dr. Now to have his way in. So this shall be interesting. Let's get it.
Come in.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So, good to see you again.
Thank you, Doctor.
Who is this young lady with you?
My cousin, I have family in Houston.
Yes.
Well, nice to meet you. All right, so, wow, you got matching shoes with your
I had to get dressed up to come see you.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. So, Larry, you only lost 10 pounds this month. So, how do you think you did?
Not good, Doctor.
All right, be more specific.
Not good with the weight.
You have had weight loss surgery.
Yes.
And you have done everything to defeat the purpose of that. You had lymphedema taken off your leg. You had done everything to bring that back up. So you got all the tools that you needed given to you in the past, and you didn't use it right, and everything that you have done has been self-destructive. So why are you doing that?
Because I have a problem.
What is your problem?
Food. And you have to eat to live, but you don't have to overeat. And I have an addiction.
Well, you're not the only person having
No, I
addiction,
understand that.
but to overeat. Not that reality. You're just convincing yourself that you're going to continue to overeat and you have no control over it. So this is all just excuses.
I understand.
Larry, I can tell that you're pretty smart, okay? But being smart and being self-destructive is a bad combination.
Right.
So at this point, you have to realize everything is up to you. You're the one that you have to decide to change your life. We can't magically make you do that.
Right.
So what are you willing to do at this point?
I'm desperate, Doctor. I'll do anything that I have to do. Like I stated to you before. This is my last hope here. And I don't want to die. And I know you can die at any age.
But you're going to die because you're killing yourself.
And I don't want to, so I'm willing to do anything that I have to do to change my life for the better.
You say that, then you didn't do the diet for the past month and hardly lost any weight. And until you take the first step and show that you're taking responsibility for yourself, there is nothing we can do to help you. So do you think you're ready to do that?
And I'm ready.
And you're going to have to control your eating habit, and I'm sure you can do that.
With God's grace and mercy.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, then and you need to make right choices before it's too late.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and if you didn't think, give me a call.
Thank you, doctor.
All right, I got great hopes for you that you can change your life, so
Appreciate it.
don't disappoint me.
I won't. Trust me.
All right, so if you have any issues, give me a call.
I will.
And then we go from there.
Yes, sir.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I was disappointed to see such little progress from Larry over the past month. He says he's ready to change and do whatever he needs to get healthy because he knows this is his last chance after failing one weight loss surgery already. But so far, he's shown me no evidence that he means what he says. And until he does that, there is nothing he can do to help him because he's already been given every tool possible to lose weight. So until he decides to take that first step, we won't be moving forward with him.
I'm not happy with myself. I thought I'd done better than that, but I'm not going to give excuses. I'm going to get back to New York, and then I'm going to work on getting my weight down to hit that goal. It's a lot to lose, but I'm going to do it.
I see a change coming. Oh, dear Heavenly Father, we come before you this morning. It's humbling to know how thanking and praising you, God, for allowing us to live, to see another day that we've never seen before, God. In Jesus' name we pray, we thank you today, God. Amen.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
I've been back a month, and I have another 2 months before it's time for me to go back down to see Dr. Now. I thought maybe Tavares was going to come and get me, but he quit, so I had to fly back. But that turned out to be a lot easier. But I'm thinking about going back early, if I can find a place to live, because I want to move to Houston and be officially part of Dr. Now's program. And my priority is to prove to Dr. Now that I deserve a second chance to get weight loss surgery.
You gonna put your shirt on?
So I'm trying to do a lot better this time. I know I have to lose a lot, so I'm working hard to do that.
Yeah, it's chilly.
It's not chilling here, man. It's you this time.
You this time. Already.
It's just really hard, because food is an addiction for me.
Okay, sir, here's your breakfast. Put this inside.
This is what 1,200 calories look like. This doesn't look like my old breakfasts.
That's a lot. You think I put much in here?
For what my calorie intake is supposed to be now, this is sufficient.
Okay, sir.
Food has a hold on me, even though Dr. Now says that's an excuse. It's hard to get free, and every day is a struggle. But I've been doing the diet and working at it. And doing all of the exercises that Dr. Now showed me. And I know when I get back to seeing him, that I'm going to have progress to show him. And there is to do that. And make sure that happens.
Mr. Lawrence?
Yes, sir.
Can you set this on the table for me, please?
Yes, sir, I will.
Thank you.
You will.
I'm on my way to see Dr. Now. I'm excited about that. I haven't seen him in over 30 days. I'm very nervous to see what the scale says. The scale doesn't lie. People do. It says it's want me to lose between 30 to 40 pounds. I think I've done that. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I hope Dr. Dallas tells me, good job, young man. I'm fully motivated to lose weight. I have the mindset and the energy to change my life.
I will say this though. He is looking slimmer. He is looking like he's lost a couple of pounds, to be fair with you. So, man, I don't want to be wrong, man, because I enjoy being right. But I genuinely do feel like maybe he's actually reached the weight that he was supposed to reach, you know what I mean? And if he does, I'm going to be so happy for him. If he hasn't, then I'm going to be very unhappy because that means he's proved me wrong, proved me right that you have lost weight, because he seems to me he's made a one head of a progression. But hey, let's find out.
Thank you. Thank you. That's fine.
I flew here by myself this time, which was much more comfortable than driving. But I'm also a lot lighter now, so I think that's helping me get around better. I was going to come in early to try to find a place, but then I decided to wait because I would feel better about it if I got my approval for surgery first.
Larry?
So I'm hoping with all my heart that Dr. Dow approves me this time. And that I made the progress I need to show him that I'm ready. I was 639 pounds at my last appointment, and my goal was to lose 120 by today.
Okay, you can go ahead and step on the scale.
So if everything goes according to plan, I'll be at 519. I'm not sure if I made that exactly, but I know it's close.
Okay, your weight is 602.
What was that?
We're gonna go to room 5.
I'm glad ready. I'm upset with those results because I know I did better than that. I definitely should have lost more. And I don't think that Dr. Now is going to be impressed. And that's what has me really...
Fuck! Ugh. Larry, man. I should have just stuck with my general gut that he hasn't done it, because half the time they don't do it. But you know, man was looking like. I mean, the fact is, he's lost more weight than Dolly from last week, so I'll give him that. But Dr. Nell, take it away, please.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing, Larry?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So how was your trip down here?
Nice and smooth. You flew.
Oh, you figured out how to do that.
Yes.
All right, Larry, let's see what you got. You lost 37 pounds over 3 months, which is 12 to 13 pounds a month, which isn't much more than you were losing the first time. So what's going on? Did you make any more changes to your eating habit?
I stopped snacking.
Okay.
And I cut the portions down.
Okay.
And I stopped all the cheese and the bad stuff. I'm
Okay.
still a little confused with how much protein am I actually supposed to have. I don't want to have too less or too much.
Okay. Whatever you eat, it must be protein, and you eat as little as possible. Okay.
That's what I thought. But less is better.
Okay. So you already had the one weight loss surgery.
Yes.
And if you stick with the diet and make all the changes you say you made, then you should easily lose 50 to 60 pounds a month.
Okay.
But you lost 37 pounds in 3 months, so you need to do better with that.
Yes.
And change your eating habit, because second weight loss surgery, the chances of success are not very high.
I understand.
Okay. So how's your activity now?
It's getting better day by day.
Okay. You doing those exercising?
I'm doing exercises and I'm getting on the floor doing my exercise that you gave me with TheraBands too.
Okay. From what you described, you wouldn't need to be dependent on your walker anymore. You have been doing all that for the past few months. So you're still lying to yourself about how much you're doing with everything. If you're not going to make the progress you should, then there is no point in coming back down at your weight, even if you're flying.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the same goal, lose 120 pounds in 3 months. But if you haven't moved down here to Houston by then, we'll set up somewhere local for you to check your weight and see how you're doing. So you don't put all that strain on your system for no reason if you're not losing the weight. That work for you?
Yes.
I hope so. Okay, Larry, if you need anything, give me a call.
All right.
I'll see you in 3 months.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Larry still barely made any changes to his eating habits. If he hadn't had any just a nutritionist or psychotherapy, but he was already provided those in addition to surgery, and he ended up gaining all the weight back. So the issue is simple. He never got to a point where he was willing to give up the food. And unless he does that and shows me he can make a much bigger change with his eating habits, there is nowhere to go with him. So this is all still completely up to him.
I'm proud that I lost over 40 pounds at this point. But I know that I really need to do better. And I'm going to no matter what it takes. Because that's the only option that I have. I'm going to find a place in Houston. Because my future is here, getting Dr. Dow's help. So whatever it takes to make that happen, I'm ready to do it.
All right, here we are.
Alrighty.
Today, I'm looking for a place to live in Houston. Because I know I need to move down here, regardless whatever happens. And I know I need a place on the first floor. Because I'm not going to be climbing steps. At least not yet.
Ooh, that's a lot of steps.
You think so?
That's a lot of steps. 3 flights.
Well, your apartment will be on the first floor, but unfortunately, at the moment, I don't have anything on the first floor to show you. But what I can gladly do is take a video of the apartment and, show you the video of it.
That would be lovely, but that's a lot.
All right. Okay, so this.
I believe that we all have these moments. I know I do. But there's moments when I look at some stairs, some steps, and I'm like, oh, that looks like a lot of stairs, man. That looks like a lot of stairs, you know what I mean? But it makes me feel bad, though, because I know I can do them, you know what I mean? It's just that mental laziness, the difference between mental and physical laziness. It's just crazy. Seeing him look at the steps and not even attempt the steps, just straight away sees him, says, oh, that's a lot of steps. Yeah, it's as I watch it, I say to myself that I would hate to be in a position where I look at stairs and I physically can't see myself doing it. There's a difference with mentally not wanting to do it because you're just being mentally lazy sometimes, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously I get them done regardless anyway, right? But it's just that he is that stage where he's like, yep, nope, not doing it, no way, Jose. And I understand because at his size, taking those amount of steps may not be applicable, give or take, right? I'm not him, so I don't know how that would work for himself in particular. But I'm just saying though, like, that's like another tool of motivation. If he's seeing those stairs and those steps and he's like, oh, straight away the goal should be, okay, now I need to make sure that next time I see a place that has stairs or I see this place, when I look at the stairs, I think to myself, it's just a couple of steps. You know what I mean? Obviously, he did say that he'll be able to do steps later on. So it is a goal, but it's a goal that he needs to remember, not forget.
Down flooring. There it is. granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, wood style flooring all throughout.
Very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome, Larry. All right. Any other questions?
No, that will be all. I love the place, but the limitation is showing me how far I have still to go.
All right, we're here.
All right.
You enjoyed the tour, Larry?
Absolutely.
Good?
Thank you.
You're welcome so much.
Hopefully I will see you soon.
All right, for sure. I'll keep it posted on
Please
everything
do.
else, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, Larry. And if you have any other questions, feel free to call me.
I sure will. May I sit here until the Uber comes, please?
Of course.
Well, thank
No
you.
problem.
All right.
All right, Larry. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
You take care, okay?
All
Good luck
right.
with everything.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know it's going to be a big step for me to get this move under my belt. But if I'm not ready, I'm not ready. And that means I'm going to have to head back to New York. And
You know, I just want to say something real quick. I would love to go view houses, view apartments, right? And be driven around like I'm freaking a celebrity. What the hell, man? Is this what? Come on, man. I won't lie to you. That's actually mocking me real quick. You know them ones when you go view a couple of places, the same kind of location, whatever. I don't know if you guys have ever had the real estate come out and actually just drive you to these places. Yo, man, whatever. I need to know this company because that's the company that I want to go with. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it. I'm like, this guy's living life right now. Like, the guy's just chilling. What the hell? Well, he's not living life, you know. But yeah, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Let's continue.
keep working hard because I have a lot of work to do to prove to Dr. Now that I'm ready for another surgery. Come in. Hello.
How you doing, Larry?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah. How's things going today?
Pretty good. I smell some chicken.
No chicken today. Got your smoothie though.
Oh, right. Times have changed. I've been in New York for a month. I'm hoping the first floor apartment in Houston becomes available soon. But until it does, I just have to stay here and keep at it.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, one for me and one for you.
All right. I thought you was gonna bring some of that fried chicken and macaroni and cheese.
No. I know right now you're trying to do better. So
Yeah, man, I am. I cleaned out my refrigerator today.
Oh, okay.
And cleaned out the freezer because I'm getting prepared for new lifestyle.
So how you feeling about the transition?
A little anxiety, but you know, that's comes with the territory. It's to be expected.
Okay.
But ready.
What are some of the things you're doing to help you cope with it? You know?
I pray.
Okay.
I learned to talk about it and not hold it in. Because when you hold it in, that's when things get worse.
Okay.
And I think that was part of my problem in the past. Holding it in and eating late at night and just not talking about it. And you got to talk about it.
Yeah.
And talk openly and honestly about it.
So what's your plans for today?
I am going to Albany Strength Gym. Do a little bit of workout.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah, get a little bit of workout in. My whole life depends on getting a second chance with another weight loss surgery. So whatever it takes to make that happen, I have to do it. And I will speak to you later on, sir.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Nice hanging out with you.
Nice hanging out with you, too.
Keep me posted on your progress, okay?
I sure will. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome.
All right, God bless you. And thank you for the smoothie.
You're more than welcome.
Next time we'll be surprised.
Nah, maybe another smoothie with no fried chicken.
All right, you take care.
All right.
Hello. Hi, I'm Larry Myers.
Check in.
Yes.
So you can take a seat, okay?
Thank you. Today I'm at a local clinic to get my weight checked.
Hi, Larry. You want to come with me?
Yes, hi.
How are you today?
I'm okay, thank you.
All right, just come with me.
Sure.
Come right in here.
Dr. Now wanted me to lose 120 pounds.
You good? Okay, you ready?
Yes. And at my last weigh-in, I was 602. So if I did that, I would be down to 4-something today. And I really hope I made it because I'm ready to move on with my life. Move to Houston and get the weight loss surgery that I need.
586.4.
That's not enough. And now I have to call Dr. Now and tell him. And he's not going to be happy.
Good? You okay? You got it?
No.
I got you. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello,
Hey, doctor.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So, Larry, where did you weight then today?
I'm 586.
You're 586?
Yes, sir.
So, in 3 months, you only lost 16 pounds. So, your weight loss is slowing down. And that's not good. If you eat appropriately, you should be able to lose 40 pounds in 1 month. And you should be more proactive to get your weight down.
And I am.
You think you are, but you're not. And you think you're eating less, but actually, you're still overeating. So, at this point, I'm not sure what we can do for you. Unless you make the changes you need to start eating less and lose more weight.
Yes, sir.
That's the bottom line. The goal is still the same. What I've been telling you to lose breaks down to about 40 pounds a month.
So you want me to lose, just to make sure I'm clear, you want me to lose 40 pounds in a month?
Yeah, I want you to lose 40 pounds a month, okay?
Yes, sir.
It'll be time, Larry. If you need anything, give me a call.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
I can't let myself give up. I just feel like I'm working harder every time, and the results are the same.
So it's discouraging.
Take your time. Step.
But I know I need this help, and I'm not going to give up.
So, this is my problem. He's lost a couple. Okay, so he has been losing weight, which is always a good thing. But he hasn't been reaching his targets at all, point blank, period. But he's talking about, I don't want to give up. But if he's not meeting his targets, then if he hasn't given up, then what has he been doing? Do you see what I'm saying? He doesn't want to give up. So what has he been doing this whole time? That's what I want to know. Can somebody please answer that for me in the comment section? Because I don't have an answer right now. I'm just frustrated. Because the fact is, when you watch these shows, these guys, they always know what to say. They always say, I think, you know what I mean? They always know to be like, yes, sir, okay, so yeah. Oh, okay, I'll get it done, get it done. But then they never get it fucking done.
I decided to get some motivational help by getting a trainer. I know I need to do better with my diet and exercise. So I'm taking steps to do that. And I'm trying to take the initiative to do better. And I feel like I worked harder this past month than any other month before now. So I really hope I'm taking it all up a notch, like I feel that I am. All right, I'm Larry. I have an appointment with a trainer.
I think that's me.
Oh, you're right on time.
Yes, Larry, I'm Maya. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Wonderful. So if you're ready, we're going to head back. We're going to get started. We'll chat a little bit, talk about why you're here.
Alrighty.
All right.
You too. But the biggest step I'm taking is making the arrangements. I need to move to Houston. The place I really liked didn't have an opening on the first floor, but I decided I waited long enough. I think the best thing for me to do is change my environment and move to Houston. Not only to try and do better, but to show my commitment by just making the move. And I think that's going to help me to do better.
So, Larry, tell me why you're here. What made you want to make a change?
Well, I had lost a lot of weight and then I went back on some.
Okay.
And I fell in the snow last year and it got hard for me to walk.
Okay. Take a quick drink, and then we'll start. I'm going to have you stand up, and we're going to start with some arm circles.
Okay. You know, I changed and found another place that I could afford. And I committed to at least sight unseen.
There you go. Another 5, and then we're going to go backwards. And one more, and now let's take it backwards. There you go. And keep those palms forward so that you get a nice stretch for your chest. Very nice. Got about 5 left. 3, 2, 1. Good. So now I want you to pull that walker away a little bit. Look down. Your body's going to want to go down. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Start counting your steps too. You know, start thinking about how many it is before you get tired. And then each time we want to take a little further trip as well. Actually, this box might be okay.
Yeah, that way's good.
We don't need to go fast. We just want to move consistent. Just like our progress here. Slow and consistent.
If I could walk into Dr. Now's clinic without the walker, that's my goal for the next 2 months. And I'm going to keep working as hard as I can before then.
But you are here. Let's finish out the work. Don't let those little voices in your head tell you that you can't do this. You got 8 seconds left. Let's fight for 8 more. You're fighting for your life. Let's fight for these last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Good work. You're welcome. See, it was a pleasure. And I better see you in here again.
Absolutely.
All right. Have a good day.
You too, dear. Woohoo! Houston time. What a mess. Oh boy, gotta get it done. Well, the day is finally here. I'm packing my whole apartment up because I'm moving to Houston. I'm going to pack everything up today, and then tomorrow I'll be heading out. I'm saying goodbye to Albany and hello to Houston. It seems like a lot of effort and a long way to go, considering Dr. Now has not officially approved me for weight loss surgery yet. But I know in my heart that this is the right thing to do. Because
You know what though? I gave him credit for packing up his own stuff, or at least that's what they're showing us. Usually, none of these obese people ever pack up their own stuff. There's always other people doing it for them. So I give him credit for that, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Because that itself alone is a workout. So Liam, yeah, let's get it.
though I'm making progress, it's not as much. Well, hello, superstar.
What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Trying to get it together. That was a long trip.
It was a long flight.
You all right?
Hey, I made it.
Well, I hope this ain't gonna scare you. This ain't too much stuff, is it?
It ain't too much.
I appreciate your help. My friend Marvell came out all the way from Chicago to Albany, but he can help me pack up the van and drive me to Houston. Marvell is my online friend that I've known for a few years now. It's a long drive, and I'm not looking forward to it. But I'm choosing the path of life. That's why I'm going through all this trouble. To show up in Texas with all my worldly belongings. Can you take this cane, brother? And show Dr. Down that I am a loser of weight. Oh, this is perfect. And that I can be trusted to take a surgery to the next level. Here it is. I sure hope I like this place. I think anything will make me happy. You can just pull in right there. Just enough room for me to get out.
That's perfect. You can go ahead. You okay? I can open that. Go ahead. This trip was actually not too bad, despite the complications. My first drive, he had to go back home because he had death in his family. But he was nice enough to get somebody else. He's actually a truck driver. He got me here and everything, but I made it here safely. The day after everything else, it rained and I got completely soaked. But all that's behind me now, and I'm going to try to be positive. And then I've got really no time to rest because my cousin is coming to take me to Dr. Now's, and I'm going to get weighed. So we'll see if I was a good boy with the diet on the road or not. Ooh. This is nice. Okay, I can get in there. Nice. I feel pretty good about the apartment at least. I'm just ready to relax, but I know I can't yet. I gotta go see Dr. Now. And I still got a lot of work ahead of me if I'm gonna find myself living the life I want to live. Thank you for bringing the microwave in even though I ain't got no food. My doctor said the less you eat, the better it is, but I don't think you can refrigerate it like that. But it's all good. You gotta laugh about certain things. Okay. I'm at Dr. Now's to find out where my weight is at. Dr. Now wanted me to lose 120 pounds in 3 months. So if I did that, I would be on 466 today.
Your weight is 529.
All right, 57 pounds. That's not bad.
We're going to be going to room 5.
But I also know that is not as much as the doctor would like to see. In fact, it's not close to what he would want to see. It's still nowhere near the goal that Dr. Now gave me.
I'm sure Dr. Now said I want you to lose 45 pounds in a month. He lost 57, right? In a month. Or am I miscalculating it? Okay, let's see what happens. I don't know, man. Maybe I've lost track of the amount of time this guy has just not made it to where he meant to be. But okay, let's find out.
Not at all. I know I've been working really, really hard, but it's like it's not working.
Hello, hi Larry, how are you doing?
I'm doing long, but I made it. Settled into the apartment, and I'm down here.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Well, Larry, I'm happy to see that you improved, but it's still not losing as much as you should. So far, you have lost 119 pounds in 1 year, which is what you should have lost in the first 3 months. And still after 1 year, you're still using the walker.
Right.
So you shouldn't be right now at this point using the walker. You should have improved that you should walk independently.
When I don't use a walker, it makes me feel a little wobbly, but I'll do better.
That's good. But Larry, I see you're hard work recently, and I'm proud of you for losing weight consistently last year. You haven't given up, and that is starting to pay off. So here's what I'm willing to do. If you are able to lose 55 pounds over the next 3 months, then I'm going to approve you for weight loss surgery. That sounds fair for you? And
that made me smile. Yes, that sounds very fair to me. And I'm going to do that because I have the complex I moved in. I can walk around it, and I know you want me to get rid of this, so I will do that.
Great. So you have next goal, and you also need to improve your mobility and be able to walk independently without this walker. That's not the goal I'm giving you before the surgery, but I need to see improvement there too. So your stamina also need to improve. So work on that too.
Yes.
So at this point, you have your work to do for next 3 months to prove to me that you can be qualified for weight loss surgery. Okay?
Okay.
You think you can do that?
I know I can. Absolutely.
So you're not going to let us down, do you?
No, I come too far and I moved down here for good. So I'm going to do it.
Great, because if you don't, we're not moving ahead with the surgery. So don't relax and slip up. You got it.
Understand.
All right, we'll take care of you, and if you need anything, give me a call.
Will do.
And we'll see how we do in 3 months, okay?
Got you.
All right, Larry.
All right.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Up until recently, Larry hasn't made much progress, but I'm very happy to see the improvement he's making now. It shows me he's trying to get hold of his eating habits and taking control like he has needed to do for a long time. He is still not making the progress he should, but since he has at least continued to lose over the past year and he's improved now, if he can at least show me that he can stick with this level of current progress over the next few months, then I'll approve him for another weight loss surgery. I have a long road ahead to get Larry to a place where he's not only healthy, but he is able to stick with it for the long term. But he has at least taken the first step to show me he's willing to try to change. So I'm happy about that, and I'm hoping we'll be able to move ahead with him very soon.
Oh, how are you? Ready to rock and roll? He wants me to lose more weight. Am I disappointed? In a way, I feel a little sad, but at the same token, you take the good with the bad and you just work even harder. And that's what I'm going to do. Yes, sir. I was a little disappointed that he told me that I was having surgery right now, but I know that I will eventually, so it's fine. I've been going on walks twice a day.
I just want to say that compared to Dolly last week, who, Jesus Christ, what did she lose again? I think was it £40 in a year or something like that. I don't know, something ridiculously low. I can't remember now. It doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is that Dolly turns her life around, but that's next to none. But the fact that he's lost £112 in a year, to be fair with you, is a positive thing. You know what I mean? Obviously, he should have lost way much more based on how much he weighed. But £112 is still, you know, something that you can work from. It's not something that, if I was in this position with the amount of slip-ups he made, I would look at that 112 and be like, okay, cool, well, progression is being made, but now I need to really turn up a notch. I really need to stop lying to myself about the things that I'm obviously cheating on and fix them, if you dig what I'm saying. So, yeah, the motivation tool is there, so use it.
When I came here, I wasn't sure if I could do it, but now I know that I can, and I'm fully committed. There's a lot left to do, but I'm ready to do it. I want next year to start with my weight loss surgery approval and end with getting to my target weight. That's my goal, and that's what I promised to do. So I'm going to do it, and I've already made it this far. Even though I know it's going to be really hard, I'm going to do this.
Well, and that is that. Wow. I mean, listen, the fact is, we can only hope and wish and pray. Well, Larry can only hope and wish and pray, to be honest with you, that he makes it, you know what I mean? Obviously, he's got a couple of months to lose 35 pounds, which he should be able to do easy 1, 2, 3, because he showed us he was able to lose more than 50 pounds within the space of a month, you know what I mean? So that 35 should come very easily, and he's made all the big steps, you know, that he feels like he needed to make to better him, which obviously was moving all the way to Houston. Got a nice little apartment too, if I do so say myself, you know what I mean? Very, very, very shabby. So his role now is to literally, you know, take his words seriously, you know what I mean? He's got the fight, you know, he's shown us that, and he's got the motivation, which he has shown us that. He has shown us a lot of positive traits around him, you know, positive mind things around him. So it's just a matter of now delivering that shit, if you dig what I'm saying. So yeah, but yeah, at the end of the day, whatever happens to Larry, man, hopefully it's for the best and it's not for the worst. Because trust me when I tell you, in case you didn't see last week's episode, Larry's definitely on a better path, but at the same time, I feel like the episode that we saw last week has allowed me to probably appreciate this episode more in terms of, you know, being a bit more lenient on the fact that he should have done better based on just how delusional and ridiculous last week's one was. Because don't even get me started on that one. That one triggered a lot of people, to be honest with you, if you dig what I'm saying. But hey, with that being said, thank you so much for your time. Like, subscribe, and peace.